you serious?
Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about the Halo Infinite gameplay, which was revealed yesterday at the time of recording this video on the 23rd of July.
Yeah, the Xbox Games Showcase.
Yeah. I just want to say before we get into that, guys, any opinions that we have on this gameplay or any other gameplay or anything on this channel is our opinions. We're not forcing our opinions onto anyone else, so just keep that in mind. If you do disagree with our opinions, feel free to let us know how you feel in the comments.
Yeah, and then
let's get on to the video.
Let you know why we feel that way, I guess.
Yeah, let's get on to the video. So we saw the gameplay yesterday. I only just watched it now, like 5 minutes before recording the video.
Yeah, I watched it live. Wasted my time watching that Xbox Showcase.
I'm gonna let Saban talk about it first because he has some very strong feelings about this.
You want me to start? Okay.
Yeah, go on.
First of all, that Xbox Showcase had nothing to offer aside from this gameplay. I'm just going to say that right now. Everything they showed was just either uninteresting or had like it was just CGI trailers.
Wait, what else did they show?
Nothing. They showed the CGI trailer for the new Forza. Oh wow, it's Forza. It's not like Xbox hasn't had 10 million of those. They showed Rez new game called Everwild or something like that, I think. They showed some Honey I Shrunk the Kids clone. I'm not even lying about that, by the way. That's actually a thing. They showed Obsidian's new RPG, which looked kind of cool. It looked like a bit like a Skyrim clone. But, oh well.
Oh. Okay.
And then I think that's it. I don't remember anything else that they showed. There's literally nothing.
Oh, right.
It's literally just they started with this and then it just went spiral. Oh yeah, and they revealed a new Fable game. Whoopity-doo, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I never played Fable, but people like it, so... this gameplay... So I guess, should I just get into my opinion on this gameplay now?
I mean, we could do your opinion first, then I'll talk about how I feel about it.
Okay.
It's kind of different today between us two.
Please, can Microsoft just get this franchise out of 343's hands? Please? Please. Oh god. This game... This was supposed to be their flagship game that shows off like next gen. So this is supposed to be like their answer to like something like Spider-Man, Miles Morales, like Ratchet and Clank and stuff like that. And the gameplay they showed, first of all, graphically it doesn't look good. It just doesn't. The textures are really bad. There's pop-in. It looks really cartoony. There's barely any detail on any of the guns. And the actual gameplay they showed, it looks like all the Halo fans are just screaming, saying, get rid of all this stuff, get rid of sprint, get rid of clamber, get rid of all this stuff. 343 said, okay, we're not going to do that at all. We're just going to do whatever the hell we feel like, and you guys will buy it because it says Halo, but I don't think... If the game looks like this and plays like this... And keep in mind, this was on a PC that's equivalent to the Series X, and we know that there's Series X consoles out there, so that means they're struggling to get this running on the Series X, which is a finished console at this point. That's scary. That's very scary, at least in my opinion. But yeah, I didn't think it looked good. The grappling hook is just, why are they adding grappling hooks into Halo? This isn't Titanfall. I mean, I know this like kind of sounds like something like a grandpa would say, like, back in my day, we didn't have grappling hooks and sprinting in Halo. You know, we didn't like. I know people would say like stuff like that, but the thing is, Halo never needed any of that stuff when it was good, and then when they added that stuff, that's when it started to decline. So, yeah, that's all I really have to say. I wasn't impressed.
I mean, me watching this, there's two things I'll agree on what you said, is that it doesn't look like a next-gen game. I think even if it was coming this gen, it still needs to be criticized, because obviously, like one of our friends said, it looks like a PS3 game.
There's games that have come out this gen at the beginning of this gen that look better than this. There's games on PS3 that came out that look better than this, and Xbox 360.
And the second thing I'd agree with you on is that it looks really cartoony. Like it doesn't with the old Halo games, they looked realistic.
It was like realistic sci-fi
with the technology that you had.
Realistic sci-fi is how I'd say it. It was like. But yeah, go on. This
just looks really like cartoony and plasticky sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like a a sort of toy feel to it.
Yeah, everything kind of does look like a toy. The Warthog looked like when they showed the Warthog in the gameplay, when Chief was riding around in it, it looked like...
even like the buildings, they look like they're made out of plastic. They don't look like...
Yeah.
You consider them meant to be like some out of space, like metal sort of material.
Mhm.
They look like plastic.
Yeah.
So that's the stuff I'd agree with you on, and I think we're gonna address all the problems first. So let's just address all the problems, and then you don't really have anything positive to say about it, but I feel like I do.
I mean, I don't
talk about that.
The thing is, I don't want to be negative with it because I want Halo to come back, but Halo hasn't been good since Reach, which came out 10 years ago, in my opinion. Halo 4 was awful, in my opinion. Like
I thought Halo 4 was alright.
Yeah, it's mainly the multiplayer that I took issue with, because again, campaign, as much as I enjoy Halo's campaigns, I don't see them as the selling point for me. For me, it's more the multiplayer. Like, most people, I think, play Halo for the multiplayer. I don't know, maybe that's just my point of view, but, yeah, Halo 4 I didn't think was good. Halo 5 I heard wasn't very good. I never played it though, but it didn't look good, and I heard it wasn't very good. And then MCC, they completely just butchered that twice somehow, because of what they did with it on PC. But Halo 3 just launched, apparently. I heard that's good. But, should we start from, like, the beginning and just work our way through, I guess? Like, through the gameplay?
I think we've mostly spoke about everything we really need to speak about. I mean, the one thing that we definitely need to speak about, which is, like, the most meme-worthy thing to come out of, like, this next-gen gaming, is the way that the brute looks.
that brute has, like... where was his soul? He Ghost Rider came and sucked that man's soul out. He looks like he's just lost his will to live. It's the Padme of brutes.
Why does he look like that?
I don't know. I actually don't have words to describe that.
That's like one of those things that it's like so bad that it's just amazing. It just I'm
actually speechless as to how bad that is. I don't know how does that happen on, like,
next gen console.
By the way, the Xbox Series X, Microsoft is touting this as the best and most powerful next gen console. Tetris and Soulless Brutes, that is next gen right there. Tetris Effect, Soulless Brutes. Time to cough up the stupid price they're going to charge for this.
It just looks like, I don't even know what it looks like. It looks like something out of, like, you know when you play on those, like, websites, like, you know when you're in school and you, like, have to go on school computers and, like, you go onto one of those games or, like, cool maths games or something. That's something from there, doesn't it? It doesn't look like it'd be an Xbox, especially a next-gen Xbox game. Like, if you told me it was this gen's Xbox game, I could believe you, but...
Not even that, because there's screenshots from Halo Reach, which came out 10 years ago, and even Halo 5 comparing it to this, and it looks so much worse.
Nah, the old Halo games actually look decent for the time.
Even now, most of them hold... I mean, like, Halo 1, obviously, it's just kind of blocky and weird, but that came out almost 20 years ago at this point, so...
Yeah, Combat Anniversary holds up, definitely.
Well, yeah, but that's like a remake, that's like a HD remake of the first game, so I guess they'd try and...
It holds up, though, for what it came out in 360.
It came out in, like, 2012, didn't it?
It looks better than this game.
Was it 2012? I think it's 2011, actually, because Halo 4 came out in 2012. Yeah. But,
I mean, okay, so I think we've done with the negative.
The spastic brute.
Yeah, just the funny looking, I don't even know what the hell that is.
Yeah.
And then, I think the stuff I have to say about this game is that it is Halo at the end of the day. And if it is similar to the old game's gameplay,
this doesn't look like Halo to me. This looks like Titanfall, X Doom.
It still looks like a fun game, Halo. In my opinion. It still looks like a fun game, and it looked like something I would want to play.
No.
But considering the game prices are going up for next gen, I don't know who the hell is going to pay £60 to look at that ugly brute. That's just
Halo fanboys, that too.
I think I would still like to play it, but I don't know.
I think
it still looks fun, to be honest. Personally, I think it looks fun.
The thing
I think with the grappling hook thing, it is sort of like you said, with the not taking sprinting out and adding a grappling hook thing, it's more ways to avoid gunfights and make basically the game easier for yourself, which isn't a fun thing to do. But I don't know, I feel like you would be able to get some cool kills and stuff with it.
Yeah, so, I just feel like they're kind of ignoring the fans. That's the thing that's kind of annoying me. Like, okay, fine, like, to a certain extent, if the fans are just being toxic and, like, rude about the whole thing, ignore them. But the thing for me is, don't, like, ignore the core fan base that's still supporting the games, that's saying, like, could you take this stuff out? Because obviously it's going to make the game a lot better. So taking stuff like sprints, taking stuff like clamber, taking stuff like grappling hooks. I mean, those are obviously new. Taking stuff like that out of the game, I feel like that would be better. Also, the other thing I didn't like was the way the weapons looked. Like, you know that part when she picks up that fully automatic gun, it has like a sight on it.
Yeah.
That doesn't look like Halo to me. I don't know what it is. Like, there's something...
Oh yeah, that is it where he has the yellow sight on it?
I think so, yeah. It's got like a crosshair on, like,
I saw
it looks
that.
like a gun from COD or something.
That part doesn't look like Halo.
The game just looks weird. I think they said that the Microsoft or, like, I don't know, 343, I assume, was someone from over there came out and said, that the game looks worse because of the streams. So they're saying, which I'm sorry, anyone who uses that excuse saying that stream,
I don't think this wasn't the stream because they uploaded.
Because people did that. People were saying that about Avengers as well. Oh, it looks worse because of the stream. No, it looks worse because the gameplay, or it doesn't look good because the gameplay looks bad because you watch the video that's uploaded after the stream and it's still not good.
You know, with the Halo thing, my problem with the look of it is that it is clear, like it's crystal clear graphics, and I'm not like, I don't think the graphics are the problem.
I mean, Minecraft has crystal clear graphics, but that game's that's the most visually, like, I mean, I guess that's the art style, but you know what I'm saying, like,
I think it's the problem of how it looks is the main problem. Like, it just looks like
being crystal clear. Well, actually,
some Toy Story version of Halo.
Toy Story, Halo Story.
Yeah, it just looks like some kiddie version. It doesn't look like it didn't look like an old Halo.
And then there's this just beautiful screenshot. Do you remember the one I sent you earlier? There's just this just gorgeous piece of...
Wait, the one with the brute in it?
Yeah. No, yeah, that one with...
I'm pulling it up now, hold on.
That's just the artistic mastery behind that. Just only Picasso could make that. Only the greatest artist of all time.
Ones?
Yeah.
You know the purple one standing towards the front? We'll put this screenshot in the video, by the way. You know the purple one standing in the front?
Mm.
Doesn't it just look like an action figure? This is what I'm saying. It looks like a toy.
Yeah,
like, it looks like toys.
The warthog looked like a toy as well, I thought. Also, at the beginning, you know when Chief's talking to that Spanish guy?
Oh no, hold on. Look at the trees in the background.
Hold on, I need to bring this picture up. I don't have this picture.
Bring the picture up and look at the trees in the background.
The trees. Oh my god. No. What has happened to this game? Why did they make this? No, well, actually, no, I understand why they made it, because they needed another Halo game for, like, next gen, but this is not next gen. This isn't even current gen. I mean, okay, granted, I will say, this is coming out on Xbox One as well, so we can't forget that. This is technically a cross-gen game, and it's been in development for a good, 2 or 3 years. But this isn't even, 2 or 3 years of development. I don't even think this is, 2 or 3 months of development. This just looks like, I don't even know what the hell this is. And they're saying it's going to look better when it comes out. Okay, maybe. There's 5 months
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
But yeah, graphically, it's completely awful in my opinion. It just looks, the textures are messy and muddy. The pop-in is just stupid. Which, that was just one thing that kind of irked me. The pop-in. The pop-in was ridiculous. Because, how are you going to be showcasing this as your next-gen flagship game and have pop-in in the game?
Yeah.
And then also aside from that, the gameplay itself looks like, it doesn't look like Halo, but as a game, it looks mediocre at best, in my opinion.
I think it looks fun. It doesn't look like Halo, like you said. Yeah. It doesn't completely like Halo. Obviously, there's still elements of Halo in there. Mm. But I don't know if 343 are trying to move away from the old Halo and maybe create a new idea of Halo, which isn't a good idea whatsoever. Mm-hmm. But
I understand trying to evolve things.
That's the only way they could justify it.
Yeah, I understand trying to evolve things, but then, there's a limit to that, making it complete. I will say, even though I hate the grappling hooks, that part where Chief, grappled that explosive barrel thing and, threw it at the, turret was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think some aspects of this game do look fun, and I'd still I'm not buying an Xbox. There's just no way you're gonna ever get me to buy an Xbox. I'm buying PS5. Yeah, like just.
But would you ever consider buying it then? After yesterday? You'd have to pay me to buy an Xbox.
Nah, I'm not buying an Xbox. Because Xbox is pointless for me. Because PlayStation has the best exclusives, definitely.
Well, that's just been like forever.
That's one thing. So we got Spider-Man, yeah. We got what else? We got Last of Us.
You have Spider-Man. You can go down the list. You have Spider-Man. You have Last of Us. You have Uncharted.
It's God of War. It's God of War. God of War's PlayStation.
You have Spider-Man. You have Last of Us. You have Uncharted. You have God of War. You have Bloodborne. You have Horizon. You have all these beautiful games. And then Xbox, you have Halo, you have Forza, you have Gears, take your pick. Halo's Forza, there's like 10 of them coming out every week. Gears, God knows what's happened to Gears, man. Gears is in some other realm right now. Xbox need to just get their act together.
You know what I think with Xbox, yeah? You know what I think about Xbox? Because when I think about a lot of my friends who have the Xbox, like who've bought Xbox, like in terms of Xbox One and like the new Xbox, the Series X that's coming out. I think it's more for casual gamers. I don't think it's for like hardcore gamers. Like people who actually like good games aren't gonna buy Xbox.
The thing for me is, if you're gonna market to casual gamers, okay, fine. But then you don't tout things like, the most powerful console ever, 12 teraflops. The casual gamers don't care about that. They just want to stick the disc in. They don't care how it looks. They'll play the game.
Yeah, as long as the game looks good. I think with Xbox, they don't care about that sort of stuff. Because a lot of my friends who have Xbox, they play just casual games like GTA, FIFA, that sort of stuff. Yeah. They don't play anything like that's actually got time and good amounts of time, money.
Like stuff like RPGs or like any of those like longer, bigger games.
And they don't care about stories or anything. They just want to play games just for like fun of it and
basically to like pass the time as opposed to like
obviously I think that's what the Xbox is sort of for now.
For me, there's no problem with that, but to me, if you're gonna do that, have games to play. Don't have because what is the point of getting an Xbox where you can play FIFA, you can play GTA, you can play all these casual games on PlayStation, you can play them on PC. So just don't. What is the point of having an Xbox?
You can play them on your old Xbox. There's no need to rush and go and buy a new one.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's that sort of thing. Like you're not going to bring in customers like that. Looking from a business perspective, you're not going to bring in customers like that either.
Yeah. That's.
I mean, I think enough about a rant with the Xbox because this was a Halo video.
Yeah, well, Xbox Halo is the face of Xbox. Halo is the face of Xbox, so it's like that you have to bring this sort of thing into the equation. And for me, what they showed yesterday, and especially Halo, didn't impress me. And there's no reason to buy an Xbox this generation, in my opinion.
It is a big letdown from Xbox's
that's
side
all I really
and
have
from 343's side.
Yeah, that's all I really.
I think one more thing I want to talk about because we haven't touched on it in terms of Halo.
Yeah,
is that obviously the story. We did get a bit of the story in this gameplay at the end.
No, we didn't.
When we got...
Oh, yeah.
We got the... You know what? I think that was Atriox. I don't know, man. Because we don't know if Atriox is dead or alive. We don't really care at this point.
You probably do, but the thing for me is I'm not invested enough in Halo. Like, okay, I know people out there love Halo's story, and fair play to them. Like, if they got into it, fine. For me, I've played the Halo campaigns. I played them all except 5. I played them once. I've played Halo 3 a few times. I played all
except 5 and 2, I think.
Yeah, I played all of them except 5. Halo 3 I played a few more times, but I don't really know what's going on with the story, so you go ahead if you
I think the story, I was paying attention. It is Atriox in that trailer. He looks good, in my opinion. Looking at Atriox, from graphically, and then graphically he looks good, in my opinion.
Nah.
I think the design and graphically, obviously, if they're saying the game's going to look better when it comes out, with the touch-ups, I think it'll look good.
It's got 5 months? What are they supposed to... They can't change it that much?
I don't know. If he does look... He needs to look a tiny bit better, but right now, he looks okay to good in the middle of that sort of that scale. But they're basically, in that hologram thing, we see him talking, and they're basically... This is the final thing I want to say. He's basically... building up to this big one-on-one fight between Master Chief and Atriox, and that's basically what the whole game's going to be building up to until the end. So they basically already said
that's if they even go with what they were planning
as well.
That's if they even go with what they're doing, because like with Halo 5 apparently they didn't do that. They like screwed it up pretty bad. Well, they didn't do what they said they were going to do.
he said prepare for a 1v1 fight where like, he didn't say that like exactly.
Yeah.
He said prepare for like a 1v1 fight where it's just gonna only be me and you, and he goes like, he's giving him some motivational speech, so he would give him a decent fight, and then he goes, you need to die with honor, and then that's it, it just ends.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. I don't know. Like, it's okay. The story seems okay.
I don't particularly, like, for me, this is more about seeing gameplay.
Yeah.
And I know, as I said, I know they said it's, an early build, but even then.
I mean, yeah, I think that's all we have to say about this, to be honest.
Yeah, same.
I mean, we will be covering any more stuff that comes out.
That's if it's of interest, because at this point, I'm kind of, in terms of interest in this game, I'm kind of checked out after this. I can see the direction Halo's going in, and I don't particularly care.
If we do get it or see anything else that's interesting, we will be commenting on that. And to keep up with the updates, just follow our Instagram. And remember that this is our opinion on this. If you do have a different opinion and you can back that opinion up with valid points, please let us know in the comments, because we would love to see everyone else's perspective on this. Because we are very one-sided. I think this game looks fun, but it doesn't look like anything good, and like, especially for a next-gen game, it just looks disappointing, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's our opinion, and we're not really forcing that opinion on anyone. We're just here to let you know, and to bring that to your knowledge, that this is why it looks bad to us.
Mm-hmm.
If it does look good to you, and you have your reasons why, please let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, share with your family and friends, and
thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time, guys.
See ya.